हेलो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग। उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सब अच्छे होंगे। चैप्टर नंबर 68, द एजलेस ब्रदर, फ्रॉम द बुक थीफ, रिटन बाय मार्कस ज़्यूज़ैक। कैसे हैं आप दोस्तों। आप मेरे चैनल को लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर से कीजिएगा और मुझे बताइए कि मैं कौन से किस टाइप के बुक्स रीड करूँ, कौन से लैंग्वेजेस डू यू लाइक, हिंदी, उर्दू और इंग्लिश। 3 लैंग्वेज आती है मेरे को, उसमें से आप बताइए मुझे कौन सी लैंग्वेज में कौन सी बुक अच्छी रहेगी। बिल्कुल आप कमेंट में सजेस्ट करिए एंड थैंक्स वेरी मच। The Ageless Brother. Liesl Meminger was a few weeks short of 14. Her papa was still away. She did completed 3 more reading sessions with a devastated woman. On many nights, she did watch Rosa sit with the accordion and pray with her chin on top of the bellows. Now she thought it's time. Usually it was stealing that cheered her up, but on this day it was giving something back. She reached under her bed and removed the plate as quickly as she could. She cleaned it in the kitchen and made her way out. It felt nice to be walking up through mulching. The air was sharp and flat, like the Watson of a sadistic teacher or nun. Her shoes were the only sound on Munich Street. As she crossed the river, a rumor of sunshine stood behind the clouds. At 8 grand stress, she walked up the steps, left the plate by the front door and knocked. And by the time the door was open, the girl was around the corner. Liesl did not look back. But she knew that if she did, she had found her brother at the bottom of the steps again, his knee completely healed. She could ever hear his voice. That's better, Lijal. It was with great sadness that she realized that her brother would be sick forever. But when she held that thought, she also made an effort to smile. She remained at the Amper River at the bridge where Papa used to stand and lean. She smiled, and when it all came out, she walked home, and her brother never climbed into her sleep again. In many ways, she would miss him, but she could never miss his deadly eyes on the floor of the train or the sound of a cuff that killed. The book thief lay in bed that night, and the boy only came before she closed her eyes. She was one member of a caste, for Liesl was always visited in that room. Her papa stood and called her half a woman. Max was writing the word shaker in the corner. Rudy was naked by the door. Occasionally, her mother stood on a bedside train platform, and far away in the room that stretched like a bridge to a nameless town, her brother Werner played in the cemetery in snow from down the hall like a metronome for the visions. Rosa snored, and Liesl lay awake, surrounded, but also remembering a quote from the most recent book. The Last Human Stranger, page 38. There were people everywhere on the city street, but the stranger could not have been more than alone if it had been empty. When morning came, the visions were gone, and she could hear the quiet recital of words in the living room. Rosa was sitting with the accordion praying, "Make them come back alive," she repeated. "Please, Lord, please, all of them." Even the wrinkles around her eyes were joining hands. The accordion must have ached her, but she remained. Rosa could never tell Hans about these movements, but Liesl believed that it must have been those prayers that helped Papa survive the LHC's accident in Essen. If they didn't help, they certainly can't have hurt. यहाँ पे होता है हमारा चैप्टर नंबर 68 फिनिश। मिलेंगे हम नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में, चैप्टर नंबर 69 फ्रॉम द बुक थीफ, रिटन बाय मार्कस ज़्यूज़ैक। बाय फॉर नाउ दोस्तों, बाय, थैंक यू वेरी मच।